Hi guys, this is Comfy Trees, and I'm recording a league with a pretty cool deck. I'm calling this deck Sandwurm Reanimator because it uses Greater Sandwurm, a new card from Amonkhet. And the whole goal of this deck, or not the whole goal, but one of the goals of this deck is to cycle the Greater Sandwurm early on so that you can exhume it and basically get a 4-mana 7/7. You can also do the same trick with Evoke Mulldrifters or Twisted Abominations. Another thing you can do is you can play Mental Notes and Dot Scours, which can also put a big creature in the graveyard, but they also serve as fuel for Grimag Anklers, which can also be exhumed. So basically the goal of this deck is to get a huge creature out very early on and basically just beat up the opponent with it. For this deck plays kind of like a blue-black Delver deck, except it doesn't have Delvers. So it does play plenty of interaction. But in terms of removal spells, I play 2 Vampire Links in the main. One of the things about Vampiric Links is that, it's kind of like Spirit Link in that it's worded such that it doesn't give the creature lifelink, but instead it says that whenever the creature deals damage, you gain that much life. So you can put it on an opposing creature, and that basically cancels it out. So there's 2 more Vampiric Links in the sideboard, along with a Spontaneous Mutation. There's also Dispels and Counterspells, and 4 Augur Boluses. And so Augur Bolus is another card that does a good job of basically blocking an opponent creature without actually trading with it. So you don't ever put the opponent's creature into the graveyard. And then there's a Crypt Rats and a Evankar's Justice as kind of a board sweeper, just kind of a catch-all. So yeah, so that's kind of the main deck. In the sideboard, there's a bunch of stuff for anti-control decks. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention is that if you play Bojuka Bog, you exile the opponent's graveyard, so Exhume also doesn't give your opponent a creature back. And so there's 2 more not-held spell bombs to kind of like double the amount of effect that you have. So one thing is that I would say that I rarely actually exhume and give an opponent's creatures back, because usually you're either exiling their graveyard, or you're doing it so early that the opponent just doesn't have a creature in the graveyard yet. Yeah, and then in terms of specific sideboard hate, there's another Shrivel for token decks, and then there's 3 Aura Fluxes, because I hate Boggles, or I hate playing against Boggles, and then 2 Ulamog's Crushers against, again, like Boggles and Affinity and Tron, decks that kind of find it hard to interact with it, and decks that you also kind of just need to basically kill all their permanents. Against Affinity, it's not enough to just kill their creatures. You also basically need to kill every single artifact they have, or they're going to kill you with the 8-off Fling, and kind of the same idea against Tron. So that's the deck. I think this deck's actually quite strong, but I've been playing this deck. I'm running through like quite a few leagues with Jungle Weavers instead of Greater Sandwurms, and Jungle Weavers are they're not strictly worse, but I think they're generally worse. So this deck should be even stronger, and I've gotten pretty good results. No 5-0s yet, but plenty of 4-1s. So we'll see how this goes.